I'm Dr. Caitlin Cowan, and I'm the Director of International Tours at Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp. Today, I'm going to show you how to create an erasure poem. Erasure poems use existing text from various sources to create a new piece of art. By removing certain words and leaving others behind, writers can illuminate deeper meanings, make new arguments, or create interesting juxtapositions or contrasts between the source text and the resulting erasure poem. Most erasures are done with either black ink or some kind of whiteout material. To get started, you'll need a base text, which I'll talk about in a moment, a pencil, and a black pen. Sharpies are the best, like this one, and some liquid or tape whiteout. Got the tape kind here, which is great, and also liquid is super fun. Even the extra coverage style is helpful on that one too. So first you'll want to find a base text to erase. This can be any printed text you have lying around, or you can go in search of something specific. You could use a piece of text that you love, like your favorite short story. Or you could choose something you don't like at all, like a poem by an author you just don't dig. Your feelings about the source text can become an interesting flavor in your resulting erasure poem. Try different kinds of base texts and see what happens. Magazines are great for this. You can use books too, but be sure that it's a book you're comfortable sacrificing to the art gods. If you're not ready to commit to using books or magazines, you can also print out the text from a computer or use a copy machine to create a sheet with text on it and use that for your base text, as I've done. I chose to work with the winter 2019 issue of Pleiades, which is a fantastic literary journal, one of my very favorites, and I photocopied a page out of it. You can see I've started but not finished my own blackout erasure here. After you get your base text selected and prepared, you'll need to choose an erasure method, either black or whiteout, and eliminate words or phrases from the base text in order to make a new poem. The blackout erasure that I showed you is from a short story published in this issue of Pleiades. So I've chosen black, which means I've gone through and I've outlined words that I want to remove or not use for my piece, leaving some words behind. For example, the first line reads, "for some reason." I've left certain words behind and blacked out others. So once you've chosen your method, get to work. If you're not sure which words you want to black out, or you want a chance to go back before you finally commit, you can also use that pencil I told you to grab to draw a line through the words you think you'd like to erase. Then, once you're finally sure about your choices, you can use the Sharpie or the whiteout to create the final erasure. Be sure to work outside or in a well-ventilated area. How do black and white erasures create meaning? How do they change the text's original meaning? Blackout erasures have the effect of highlighting the text that was eliminated or removed or left out, and they can recall acts of silence or censorship because of that. Whiteout erasures create more space on the page, and they highlight the text that is still there, that is retained, giving the poem a freer feeling, like this one from one of my favorite poets, Isabel O'Hare. This is a whiteout erasure where there was a lot more text on the page, but it's been whited out to retain certain words only. Try both methods and pay attention to how your eye moves around on the page when reading either a blackout or a whiteout erasure. What do you notice? You can certainly use the black or white highlighting function on Microsoft Word or Google Docs to create an erasure too, but I find that there's something really special about going full arts and crafts to make an erasure. Use ink or whiteout, use paint or washi tape, anything that requires you to spread out, slow down, and meditate on the process of creation. Studies show that our brains light up like Christmas trees when we write with our hands rather than on computers, and I suspect the same might be true of making an erasure in the physical world rather than in the digital world. Try different styles and see what happens. The most important thing is to experiment and to play. Like the exquisite corpse I discussed in week 4, erasure poems are also visually stunning, frameable, and they make great gifts. If you're interested in further reading about erasure poems, check out the following books and poems online, at your local library, or at the bookstore. Isabel O'Hare's book, All This Can Be Yours from 2018, Martin Rock's book, Residuum from 2016, Nina Polari's series, Form N 400 Erasures, and Solmaz Sharif's series, Reaching Guantanamo. Feel free to post your experiments and results in the comments or on social media using the hashtags Writing Wednesdays, Virtual Arts, and Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp. Thanks again for watching this virtual arts video brought to you by Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp. See you next week.